Something as simple as taking money out in Bali has become increasingly difficult due to the increase in card skimming devices placed on the ATMs there. It was only last week when the Daily Mail published a new article reporting on the increase of problems that tourists were having with the ATM skimming there. And on the 12th of April, Indonesian police arrested 4 Bulgarians for card skimming. I don't like to generalise, but the Bulgarians seem to have a pretty terrible reputation in Bali at the moment. We were actually lucky enough to get our hands on one of the scammers' cameras, and we decided to disassemble it for you guys.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
Guys, if you ever see this in an ATM, do not use it. But the Bulgarians have left us a present. So we're going to find out exactly what's on this memory card.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've bought this fake ATM part back with us. If you have a look at it here, you can see there's a little camera hole to look at the people's PIN numbers. And flipping it over, I don't know much about electronics, but we've got 2 batteries here. We've also got a little micro SD card, which I'm very interested to see what's on. If we pull apart, there's some sort of motherboard here, and I think underneath here is going to be the camera, if we can get this off. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this camera out now, but it's glued really, really tight. Got it. Except I've destroyed the cable. But if you can see there's a tiny, tiny camera that was connected through to the motherboard. So these are 2 3.7 volt or 1400 milliamp batteries that are hooked up to supply the motherboard and the camera. And everything's kind of been glued in. So you can see the motherboard here. There's actually a light that was programmed to kind of illuminate when it was dark, but because it's daylight, I couldn't get it to activate, and now it's kind of trashed. On the other side, you can see where the camera cable's been plugged into the motherboard. I have no idea what this shit here is, but yeah, super interesting. I'll be super, super interested to see what's on this SD card. I'm kind of scared to find out.
Okay, so I put the memory card in my computer and there's 12 video files on it. Let's open one up. Oh shit, so we can actually see the entire pin pad here. And you can see the unsuspecting victims putting their PIN numbers in here, here, and here. When we found the camera, the card skimming device on the card reader had already been taken. My guess is that they set these devices up in the morning, then come back later on to make copies of the cards. If you're wondering why we didn't take this to the police, early that day the police pulled us over and wanted 400,000 rupiah in bribe money. So we weren't up for another interaction with the seemingly corrupt police. So, how can you avoid this happening to you? 1. Always check on the card reader and above the PIN pad for anything that doesn't seem right. 2. Avoid using ATMs in low traffic areas as it's easier for scammers to attach their devices here. The third and the best option is to use an option with your bank that will block your card while you're not actually withdrawing money. And this is the only foolproof method of protecting yourself against these scammers. Hope you found this interesting, and safe travels everyone.